Well, I'm back here again. I weren't gonna be back here again. And for those that don't know where back here again is, I'm back at the Humber. Today I was going, well, at the weekend, I just about had enough. After the last trip that I did, I really enjoyed it, but I've had enough. Fished myself out at the river, really. But I decided where I was going to go fishing on the Holderness coast, because what I want to do is I want to start using my multipliers. Yes, I can use them here, don't like using them here. But I wanted to use my multipliers, and what I wanted to do was just keep practicing my casting. My casting's coming on really well, and for me it's all about the casting and getting myself sorted ready for the summer, so that hopefully I've got a bit more fishing skill to hopefully try and find a fish. So yeah, I was going to go to Hompton and or somewhere along there, but the tides are wrong. It's low water. Now there's nothing wrong with fishing there at low water, it's just that I didn't want to have to walk all the way out, because the water goes out a long way there, and it's cold, it's winter, because today is the 22nd, it's winter, and yeah, I weren't feeling it. So once I realised I ain't tied to air, made me feel a lot better. So what I'm doing is, this will probably be, well, this is definitely the last trip this year before Christmas, and the next time I go fishing, hopefully it'll be off the beach. Just got to pick the right day with the right weather. Yes, it's going to be cold, but one of my hand warmers is playing up, and if my hands get cold, I'm buggered. So what I need to do is just sort out a couple more bits of gear, and I shall be doing a fishing trip off the beach next, I think. So we're here at the River Humber. We're at Bay 19. I don't think I've ever caught a large... I've caught cod here. I have caught cod here. It will catch here. This hand warmer's now lit. It does my head in. Yeah, we're at Bay 19. It's the 22nd of December. It's a 6.7 metre tide, so I should be down that way, but I came here, I was about 6 3/4 hours before high water, so the tide was still going out, and bays 28, 27, 26 and 25 were gone. Yes, I could go down to the woods, yeah, I could fish the point, I could fish the cross, but I just want to fish out the back of the van. That's the whole idea of coming here. So this end was empty, so I thought about fishing Bay 20, and but Bay 19 it is. So this is where we're at. You know what it looks like. Grimsby down there. Somebody's just turned up in Bay 18 with his spaniel. And I was going to fish 20, but I thought I'll fish 19. We've got unfinished business here. This year, I do believe I haven't fished, well, since summer, since the beginning of summer, so the end of spring, I don't think I've fished Bay 28. I was going to go in it today, but these things haven't happened, have they? I'm sorry for this lot of yapping and stuff, but I felt as though I had to explain why I'm here again. I'm not bothered that I'm here again. I ain't fussed that I'm putting another video out here again. You know, it's fishing content. It's my trip. I've made the effort to come here, and this is the bay I'm fishing. Not 100% through choice, but to get here 7 hours, 7.5 hours before high water, no, it's too much. Too much. For those that want to do that, they can do that. There's always a bay. You always get, even if you turned up there 4 hours before, you'd get somewhere to fish. But obviously it's better for me to be in a bay for the filming. So yeah, so I wash my rods all the time, but I washed these rods and then I wiped over all the eyes with some WD-40 to put them away because I wasn't expecting to use them for a few weeks, and I've got them out again, haven't I? Yeah, but never mind. I'm going to try and do some off-ground casts today. Try and get it going the right direction and not over this snaggy pipe, and we'll just see how it goes. I'll have to fish over the bottom to start, which I'll be going over. I've got all my gear over there now, and what I'll do is I'll set everything up ready. So yeah, it's a bit of a long intro. I ain't going to be fishing for probably, looking at that, probably an hour and a half. So, but yeah, so it's what you have to do, isn't it? So a lot of people would fish now because all they do is chuck out and drag it in over the mud, but I don't want that. There is enough. It's bad enough with cold water over your hands, let alone mud. So I shall take my stuff over the wall, get set up down there, get set up here, get more organised, do some baits and start fishing straight away. So the next time you see me, I will be fishing. And if you've got through this intro, thank you very much. Please like and subscribe, ring that bell for notification, and leave a comment if you would. If you've got this far, it might get better. Can't promise out, but it just might get better. But yeah, we're searching for codling again. Codling are coming out all the way along this river. Every day I see reports of and pictures of fish on this river. Now they might be being took at Grimsby, caught there, or caught somewhere else and being brought here and pictures took. I don't know. That might be an old wives' tale, I don't know, but that's what you get told, all these things. But there's fish coming out here, that's all I know. And Christ, you'd think with the amount of trips I've done, you would actually think I would have at least caught one fish finger size codling by now, wouldn't you? But no, I guess I've got many years to go before I get any fishing skills, even though I'm using good bait, good rigs now, very sharp hooks, and getting better at timing rigs all the time. So anyhow, enough of that. I'll be back in a bit. I'll be fishing. Thank you if you've got this far. Keep watching, because it might get good. Well, it will get good. It'll be as good as it'll be. Oh, cast a little bit too far to the left then. So I'm back. It is absolutely cold. That's what it is. Got my hand warmer lit, so I've got 2 hand warmers and a snotty tissue. But I've got a one of these charcoal ones as well. The crappy charcoal sticks. It's warm, I've lit it, but you have to light it with your gas stove. But it don't chuck out as much heat as the others. I've fed the little birds, whatever they're called with the white bellies, I don't know. Caught up loads of squid and chucked them it. I'm still hunting around now for them. So yeah, first cast out, I've chucked out in the middle of those two uprights, and we'll just have to see what happens. I should cast to the right really, but I can't here because of this pipe. I could have casted further to the right, but I just didn't. Cutting off the ground there. We'll just have to see how it goes tonight. My leg and the top of my hip, my hip don't hurt or anything. I've got no pain, but I've just got an ache sort of like there really. I don't know what that's all about. Still all about the hip, I suppose, but well, there's a lot there talking, not much about talking about fishing, was there? So fishermen for Chelly rods with the Cobra KWs, which are re-ringed with KW guides in the summertime. They are my river rods now. I can reel through copious amounts of weed and just pull it off at the bottom on the reel. Some people might struggle with that, but I think it's fine. I don't lose much gear at all. Well, I do. I lost some last week, but I lose less gear than what others do. I found a couple of weights down there since I've been here. I've had a posh pot noodle for my dinner. What I did want to quickly say, because I've only got a small card in there, is I've been looking forward to coming here once I'd decided that the tides were crap on Holderness. I should be on there really. There's cod about everywhere. There's cod in this river, there's cod on the Holderness. It don't matter where you are, you just got to be in front of you. That's that said. But driving out, everything loaded in the van, got myself sorted, drove there, got down to me special junction, and a lorry come past and I just nicked in behind it with a huge stream of cars coming up. So everything was going great, and I was just starting to think about my sandwiches. And last night I said to the wife, can you please make me some tuna sandwiches and get up in the morning and just make me them? So I've got them. And she got up, made my tuna sandwiches, and she did me 6. And I come home from work and I thought, cool, 6 is a bit much. And then I thought, oh, I can eat them and I'll enjoy them. And I was on the road, got past my favourite junction. If I get through that, everything's looking rosy, because I don't see any more cyclists or any idiots after then. And not saying that cyclists are idiots, but you know, yeah, we might, yeah. So anyhow, thinking about these sandwiches, and I was salivating. I was like, oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna get there and I'm just gonna start eating these sandwiches. And then the phone rang, and it's the wife. You won't believe what you've forgotten. I'm just putting them in the fridge. I'd only picked all my sandwiches up, bananas and tomatoes, put them in a bag and hung them on the back door. Not the back door that I go out of, but the door in the kitchen to the utility room. And yeah, I left it. I was absolutely gutted. You know when your wife said to you, we're gonna have roast beef dinner, Yorkshire puds and roasty potatoes and all that, and you got it in your head all day, and you're at work, you got it in your head all day, that's what you're having, and then you come home and you got beans on toast. It's a bit deflating, isn't it, to say the least? And that's how I felt with these sandwiches, because I was so looking forward to eating them. So when I get home tonight at midnight, I'll have a couple of sandwiches, I reckon. That'll do my my figure some good, won't it? Anyhow, don't know if I said in the last one, but I've lost some weight. I might have said in the last one. I'll keep it short. I'm down to 82 kilos now. So I think I was around about 88, 88 and a half, something like that. I weren't any more than that. And yeah, I'm 82 kilos last weekend. So it's a shame Christmas is here, because well, we ain't got loads of sweets. I've bought sweets that I like, because I like cinnamon chews. So I've got cinnamon chews, but we still end up with bloody biscuits and this, that and the other that people gear and you've got and stuff, which is all appreciated, but it's come at the wrong time, because I've got to get me cholesterol and that down and me sugar levels, and they're going to spike a bit over Christmas Day and Boxing Day, but then I'm going to cut it out and go straight back to cutting sugar down. Anyhow, that's enough of that. You're watching Verns Sea Fishing. If you've got this far now, I'm amazed. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell. and leave a comment. Yeah, because this is the first cast out, and hopefully we're gonna catch some fish. I've got small hooks on this to hook a flounder or a dab. Don't think there's any whitening in there. If there are, they're few and far between. So I'm gonna go up and get my lights and stuff. I've got a pulley pennel rig up there to put another big bait on. I shall bait that up, and let's hope for a codlin, because I ain't coming anymore this year, and the next trip will be north, let's just say that. Unless you see me back at the Humber and then something's happened and it's a case of sod it, the weather's crap or something or other, and I've come here because I want to do another film. Yeah, we'll see you in a bit, and we'll do a bit of fishing. Right, I've just had a bite on this rod, and it's gone quiet now, but it was a good bite. 3 or 4 bangs going down, so we'll check it out. Been out about 10 minutes, quarter an hour, so it's time for a check anyhow. So if there's nothing on it, I'll put some fresh bait on. Wet. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry I ain't too excitable, but my hip hurt. Right, you won't believe what happened then. One little dab. Have you got that? Yeah. One little dab. But when I pulled it in, there was 2 on it. There was one about 4 times the size of that, and the weight got caught in the weed, and when I yanked the weight out, the other fish fell off, because they do have a habit of biting onto the bait and not letting go. So let's get this one back. Right, so there's 2 on there. I only caught 1, so the other one don't count, but it's very optimistic for me, and very encouraging even, that there's some fish out there. So I'm going to bait this rig up again, this small rig. I've got big baits for codling, but let's just see if there's any other small dabs about and stuff. Then it's all out codling on both rods. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. My Hip's not giving me loads of pain, but I can't move much, so it's sort of like knocking it out of me a bit. But I'm going to keep going. We're going to catch some fish. We're going to hopefully get a codling tonight. It's the last time at the river for a while. I'm going to do a beach, at least one beach, maybe 2 beaches, then I'll be back. Yeah, see you in a bit. That was a first. Oh dear. I don't know if you saw that, you must have done, but I saved it before the rod tip hit the bottom properly. My hands are so cold after baiting up. I've got these hand warmers to warm my hands up, which are doing a great job. When I got to the car, I'm going to put another charcoal stick in the charcoal one. But my hands are so cold. When I did that cast, it come out of my right hand because my fingers are cold. These are really warm because I guess because my hands are cold. But my toes are now going cold. Might have to get some more boots, I think. My other boots. In the last trip that you saw down this slope there, I went arse of a tit. My feet went up and I went bang straight on my back on this side there, right on my back on that side, and not me for 6 it did. My lamp fell off, and Tom, who was up the top, and the chap from Donny, he come across and saw if I was all right, and then shined his light for me to see where I was going. But yeah, there's always something new, isn't there, when you go fishing? But it'll be left in there because this is fishing, and if I do it, other people do it. Everybody has makes mistakes, and things go wrong. Let's get a couple more fish, and hopefully don't get the weight trapped in the weed. I should have walked further out, but it's so slippery. Tripped over down there last time I fished there when I was fishing with Rob, I think. So you got to be careful. You have got to be careful. But we got the second cast out. First cast, caught again. Like I say, there was 2 on it, but I've only caught 1 because the other one don't count. But it's a shame that the weight got caught in the seaweed, because then I wouldn't have had to yank it out. And well, I didn't yank it out. I was just pulling, and then it comes all of a sudden. You know what it's like. So the second cast is out. I've put the same rig out, rebaited, wasted time, but that's what I've done. Got my big cod bait here, got another rig up top on the rod that's already built up, so I've built everything up and made some baits so that I can hopefully catch. I've got another bait made up as well with crab carp from the last session. Might go up the top and get my get a piece of squid down there and my scissors so I can tip off. I got my worm down there, and if I get one bit of squid I can tip it off all the time. There might be something on that. What I'll do is I'm going to go up and get the squid, get myself organised a little bit better, turn this off, and I'll bring you back when that's got another fish on it, because I think it's something having a look at it now. See you in a bit. Right, I think I've got... Might help if I turn the bloody light on, mightn't it? Right, I think I've got a bite on there, so I'm going to walk closer to the edge this time because I don't want to lose the fish. was sure I had a bite on that, but there's nothing on it. Right, well, I'm sure there was something on that. I could see the rod moving a tiny bit, so it wasn't a bite like the first one that I had, where it was like this. Them little dabs, they're only tiny, but they have got no end of go in them. So next time I shall leave it out until I get a banging bite, because you'll know it's either a dab or hopefully a codlin. Very nice here tonight. Yes, it's cold, but it doesn't feel as cold as it was when I first come here. There was a tiny bit of wind, and I mean tiny, but down here there's no wind. I'm sure there's a bit up top, but at the minute it's yeah, it's really nice. I've been sat in my chair thinking about all sorts of things, and Oz is my mate Oz that you saw in a previous video. He's gone with his brother to Newcastle, Tyne or somewhere. I've got it on the phone. And they've caught cod and flounder. So he's had a nice day fishing with his brother, and he's now at home in front of the fire with a can of beer, which is sounds good to me. But I shall be going home tonight and having a cup of tea or an Horlicks. With no sugar, because I've had to cut the sugar out. So yeah, but it does taste nice, and that's probably what I'll do with my tuna sandwiches. Then I'll go upstairs and wake the wife up with a big kiss, stinking of tuna and Horlicks. But yeah, it's to say that I was not wanting to fish the river and I was going to go on the coast. I would have had to trek up the cliff. It has been raining a bit, I think, so the cliffs would be muddy, So then I thought about going further north, but I was at work this morning till 9 o'clock, and then by the time I get home and I'm organised, it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock before I can get on the road. 10 o'clock at the best if I load up the night before, but I don't like putting all my stuff in the van, so I do it when I get home from work. And it just didn't give me enough time, so no doubt I shall look at the weather and work out which way the wind's blowing and how big the waves are, and see where I'm going to go. And really looking forward to getting my icons out. As much as I like these rods now, I love them reels. The spin fisher reels are fantastic, but I'm just looking forward to getting hold of my fathoms on my icons and doing my cast where I'm going poof, and just keep working on it. It'll make a change going to the beach and casting out and fishing, rather than going there doing 12, 14 casts and then I'm absolutely knackered. So I'll be back in a bit. Hopefully there'll be more action. Hopefully I'll have some more fish. The one thing I will do before I go up top, I will put the big cod bait on, chuck it out short, and then stick a big cod bait on the one in the bay and chuck it out far. So I would like to get a couple more dabs really, so that it's not just a lucky one fish session. I'd like to get a few more really. Right, it's lifted the rod up twice. Up, going up, so there's got to be something on it now. There's got to be something on it now. That's a nice sized one. It's like the one that fell off. Probably a last cast. Right, there you go. One flounder. Let's just check its filament. Yeah. This one's got green and yellow speckles on it. But yeah, crack and bite on that. Lifted the rod up twice. I'll go get it returned. Well, yeah, that was deep hooked. That dab was deep hooked. Got it out. Struggled a bit. I think it's because my hands were cold. But yeah, popped the hook out. It all come out easy out the fish. I just struggled with the line because there's a bit of lugworm on it. But yeah, so it's baited up and chucked out again. I was hoping that with a bite like that there'd be a couple on it, but there was only one. So that's 3 minus 1, which equals 2. Now that's 2 dabs caught. I've got that out again. What I'll do is I'm going to watch that like a hawk. Yeah, I'm going to be like that. There's a bit of pull on the water now coming in. It must be going through a bit of a quick stage, only that's whipped that right round. I should have cast it to the right, but I did cast to the left, so I hadn't moved that much, but that's where all my bites are coming from. And I'm not that stupid. I might be a bit stupid, but I'm not that stupid. So we'll see what happened with this one. Hopefully we'll get another bite. We'll get a couple more dabs. Now I'm chucking the big cod bait out. But I can still catch a cod on them hooks. I've caught cod on those small hooks before because, you know, cod come in all sizes, codling. You'd think if there was some big uns out there, there'd be lots of little uns, wouldn't you? But that's just not the case. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Hopefully we'll get another bite. I'll show you another fish. Failing that, we'll reel that in, we'll get the cod bait out, and I'll start taking all my gear up. We are probably about 3/4 of an hour before it's started going up the front of this sea defence. So by then I want to be up the top, and I want every form of lights on, everything done, so that I can get these big baits out. Because yeah, but what a great night it is. It is cold, but it's not as cold as it was up there. So I'm expecting when I go up there it will be cold again, but down there it's good. And yeah, it's a lovely night. You can hear the water. It's absolutely fantastic. I would say picturesque, but it's pretty black, you can't see anything. But yeah, fantastic. I didn't want to go, I've been asked to go fishing tomorrow, but it forecast rain, and but yeah, so it's going to rain, and I ain't going to go all the way on a journey to not fish into the afternoon, at least into darkness. So, but the time Shane's going over there is right early in the morning, and I'd have to get up at like 1 AM in the morning, and I'm not doing it for that. Won't get any sleep, you see. I'd be tossing and turning in the bed trying to get to sleep, everything waking me up and keeping me awake, and then it'd get to like 1 o'clock and I'd have to get up, get ready, fly over there. That's just an hour and a half at least, 2 hours if anything go wrong, and to get there in the morning, you see, I just rather catch a afternoon time like 2 or 3 o'clock, or 4 or 5 o'clock, and fish into darkness a bit. At least then you've had your sleep and your body clock's normal, isn't it? I've got that old now. I'm 53. I've got that old now. If, like in the last video where I slept in the van, and I did have 2.5 hours in the van, 3 hours in the van asleep. Yeah, the next day when I get home, I'm nodding off all the time, and you know, when I was younger I used to stay awake all the next day and just go to bed night time that night. Can't do it anymore. The older you get, you can't do it, so I like to try and pick my tides so that at least I get some sleep, whether it's in bed or on the sofa. But yeah, it's a cracking day today. There's no rain. It is cold, but it was just the right day today to go fishing, and it was there. had to chuck that out like that then. I wanted to do off the ground, but I had to chuck out because this one that I've cast out earlier is in the wrong place. I wanted that one over to the right, so I could belt this one out past the red pylon. But when the tide turns and comes the other way, I'll be able to hopefully cast out there. I'll miss this pylon here, and then it can swing round. I've just got to watch to make sure it don't hit that pipe. Bit nervy. It's a bit hard work when it's dark. It's all new learning curve as well, remember. I wanted to go to the beach today, but the hip's not good today. It'll be better tomorrow or the next day. I haven't put any Voltarol on either for quite a few days, so that's my own fault. God knows what's on that. Can't be anything on that the size of them hooks. So yeah, I wanted to go on the beach basically. Don't matter where, but the conditions weren't correct for it, for how I am. So I've come here and I wanted to get in bay 27, 6, 28, and I'd have been doing off the ground all the time because there's nothing around you there. It don't matter how far you go, you're not going to get snagged up as far as I'm aware. But it didn't work out either, did it? Because I was there so early before low water and all those bays had gone. Because people are finishing now, aren't they? I've finished today, other people do. So it's just one of them things. You just have to take the rough with the smooth. But soon I will be on the beach, and soon I'll have my multipliers with me on the beach, obviously, and I'll be casting. And that's all I want to do. I just want to get this done. I've got until the next time I see Alan to get it sorted. I think it's sorted now. It'll never be 100%. I'll never be 100% because I've got bits of me now that don't work. Like this bit here don't work, that bit don't work, this bit don't work, you know. There's bits all over. On top of that, my hands are cold. I'm keeping them warm. So I'm not going to say they're cold and I can't use them, because I can. But you know, it's not the... when is it ever ideal situation? That's the thing. These lines are moving a lot. I've got one line now going over the other. It's ripping in this water. I think if I was to do an off the ground cast and chuck it out another 40-50 yards further, I think it would, I'd be reeling it in within 2 minutes, because as soon as it goes so far, I've got this post, this big red post here on my left. And what happened last time I was here, it did exact same thing, but got caught on that post over there, not the post out there, that post. And I got caught round it, snagged, and lost all my gear. It's not as simple as you think fishing here. There's no way of doing off the ground cast down there because of all the pebbles that are stuck and bonded together, and there's great big hollers and everything. You need to do a pendulum cast down there, but then if you was to do that, you've then got this current ripping in. The one good thing, here's a tip for you. You probably know it anyhow, but I'm going to tell you, and it's not a stupid tip. Chuck one out short and chuck one out long, and then that way, when the lines go over each other, if this one's holding, this one will go over, and it'll not affect it at all because it's out there and this one's here. Yeah. Don't ever chuck them both the same distance, because they'll go like that and then you're buggered. Verns tip of the day in Bay 19, 22nd of December. There you go. Right, I'm turning this off, I'm putting the radio on, and I'm having a coffee, because I haven't had a coffee since I've been down there. on that. I've been that weed. Bloody hell, I ain't even got a rig ready. Shit. Well, something's had a go at that. Oh dear. I am really enjoying myself. I'm right chuffed I've come out tonight. I'm glad I've come today and not tomorrow, because he forecast rain and I wouldn't have been able to get to where Shane's fishing and that. Well, I could do, but I just won't get any sleep, you know. And then that'll be a whole next day where I'll be dead on the sofa. So, you know, and that's Christmas Eve. I don't want that. I want to have a few glasses of wine and put a film on and crack the cinnamon chews out and have a bit of a nosh up for 2 or 3 days. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. So for me, I'm having a cracking session now. It's windier up here obviously because the walling protecting me like it was down below, but it's only a slight breeze. It is cold, but I'm wrapped up warm. I'm not cold. My hand warmers are doing the treat. I've got 3 hand warmers in here and they're warming my hands up. If I didn't have these, I'd be absolutely buggered. It's just great. I've caught 2, I've landed 2 dabs. You know, it's not a blank. Every time I've been to this river since that you've been watching, I haven't blanked. You can't knock that. It might not be the fish that I want, but I've got a mate that's been pulling out cod, and his mates have been pulling out cod, and there's been cods landing down at the woods, cods, yellow cross, cods everywhere. But it's just not, they aren't there in numbers, because I haven't even caught a 6-inch cod yet. That's what I'm hoping for tonight, putting the big baits on, and they are big baits now, I think. But the main thing is, I'm enjoying myself, and it's cracking. I've just been speaking to the wife and said to her it's bloody brilliant. I've got another balaclava type hoodie thing that comes right up, and that's stopping the wind going round the back of my neck. I got air all wrapped up and I had my hoodie on and my coat on, and I was thinking I'm getting a chill in the back of my neck. The wind was getting in there and it was making my back cold. Well, since I've put this on, I'm roasty, so it's something else that's got to go on. Didn't realise how good it was. I've had it for years, I've always worn it, but tonight I've realised, bloody hell, and it's just through feeling that cold. But anyhow, that's enough of that. You don't hear that. I'll bring you back in a minute. I'm going to make another bait, get another rig out. We're full out for codling now. When the tide turns, I might drop off a cod rig and go back to a 3-hook flapper and pile it on with worms and squid, so that we might get some more fish, because if I haven't caught anything by then, it might be nice to try and get another fish. And we'll look at doing some carp. I've got the cart in there. I shall get some carp and squid knocked up as well. I'll see you in a bit. I don't know what it is, but the water is absolutely barreling in. I've just made up some baits. My hands got cold. I warmed them up a bit, reeled that in, cast it out. Now I've got to warm my hands up again before I can bait another rig up. But I'm going to get another rig out. Yeah, I'll get another rig out. I am fishing for cod now. I have had a couple of dabs, 3 caught, but I've only landed 2. So it's not a blank. I could, I suppose, catch flounders all night and dabs, sorry, but I'll try for them anyhow. But we're here for the codling, aren't we? I've made up some huge baits. I've got some right good lugworm with juices coming out. Absolutely brilliant. I've got some carp, but I might not use it. It's still in there, semi-frozen. I'm going to get the lugworm used because I've got a chapman now who I can get some more lugworm off, some right sticky black ones. So we'll give them a whirl as well, and keep buying the others from Dud as well. You know, you've got to support people, haven't you? On there, I think. Look at that, it's just the same as it went out. Shitloads of weed round there. Right, we'll get this changed. Be back in a bit. Well, so much for coming here to off the ground. The river's just barreling in. I'm cold. I dropped my rod down there when I cast earlier and it come out of my right hand. My hands are cold, even with these gloves on. I need to get them in my pockets. I've been doing a lot of baits, you see, and I've got another one to put on that. The baits come in that haven't been touched, you know. We're trying for codling, so good sized baits, plenty of smell in the water, and we'll just have to see, won't we? But nothing has off yet, and the bait hasn't been touched either. So yeah. So the next bait going out will be squid and carp that'll go on that rig. So the next rod I reel in, it'll go out as squid and carp. But I'll see you in a bit. Don't know what else to say. The wind's picked up a tiny bit, and obviously it's carrying a chill with it. So it is a little bit chillier now. But it's still a great night. I'm really enjoying myself. It's great being here. I've got all my lights on. It's yeah, you could only wish for a place to fish like this, but on the beach, couldn't you? Why is it in Ireland and America, places like that, you can actually drive your vehicle onto the beach? You know, here, there'd be a public outcry, wouldn't there? Right, I'll get this rig that I've just pulled in rebaited up with a fresh bait, squid and carp, and I'll have another coffee. That's what I'll do. I'm going to have another coffee. And I'll think it's something to say. I don't really know what else to say, really. What do I say? Well, how about that, eh? Vern don't know what to say. He's that chilled out and zoned out. Yeah, what do I say next? Right, see you in a bit. Right, we're going to get this far rod reeled in now and change it over to squid and carp. I've got a prawn with black lug wrapped up, king prawn, not a little tiny farty prawn. Nothing happening. I mean, I am trying, I'm putting out big baits. Well, some of them are big. This prawn and that in, look. They're still a good sized bait, look. Oh, I've got the elastic again. Now it's pulled it all out of the pot. How am I supposed to use that now? Right, so yeah, so you saw that bait, it's quite big, but what I picked up and brought it over here with the elastic still attached, so I don't know. What a plonker. Anyhow. Let's get this right rod in, eh? I get waylaid, don't I? Been touched either. It's bloody raining. You won't believe it, would you? Bloody raining. Oh well, we're down for rain. Ain't got my salopettes on either. Well, it's raining. It don't matter, but I ain't got me waterproofs on, you see, because the ones that I've got, you can't get your hands in the pocket because there ain't no holes for pockets. I don't know if the tide's turned or whatever, but the bloody my rig's turned. Anyhow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my towel and I'm going to get everything in here now so that I'm a bit more sheltered. Squid and carp on that. If it rains a lot, it might get cut short. Oh well. Trouble is, I got my van pointed the wrong way. Wind's blowing this way, so the rain's going to come in here. It's all wet on my bumper. There's no shelter for me at all. If that bumper's wet, I'll get wet. So the trouble is, last time I was here and I was with Tom and I was reversing, I couldn't see nothing anyhow. Couldn't see nothing at all, so I might get a little bit of shelter, but not a lot. Anyhow, where are we at? Well, we've had 3 flounders, but only landed 2. I haven't had any other fish since I've gone to big baits for cod. You have to try it. You have to try for big baits. You have to try for these codling. I have my codling that I caught, my big one, was just on a flapper rig with a bit of prawn on it, you know. Didn't have no big baits for that, so maybe I ought to cut my losses and go to sort of like a size 1 hook or a 1/0 and just put some single baits on it and possibly catch a codling or something then. But I'm giving it a go, as everyone does, doing what I've been told to do. Not you must do this, you know, not that sort of thing, but you know, people give me advice, local people as well, and I'm just carrying it out. So I can only do what I can do. I've got good bait tonight. Oh, for God's sake, what did it have to rain for? Anyhow, my video's gone out tonight. It is Wednesday the 22nd of December, and my video went live at 7, and I got 156 views in the first hour, which is good. I always think that's quite good. 3 or 4 videos ago, I had 230 views in the first hour, but that video's done really well. The first trip I did on the river, I think it's over, don't quote me on it, I think it's over 6,000 now. And then each video after that has done well. All of the videos have done well. My last video from last week, that's at 3,000. So it's gradually come down. But yeah, I've had some good views. I've picked up a lot of subscribers as well. In the last 28 days, I picked up 166 subscribers, which is good. People do better. I've done better. But yeah. God, just so want to fish off these hooks. So what are we doing with these rods? I mean, I've got me pennel rigs on, pulley rigs, cod rigs, you name it. And the only rig I've caught on's a 3-hook flapper. You can only catch a fish if they're there. But I know tomorrow I'll see pictures all over of fish being caught. Now, I don't know whether it's this bay. I did want to get in 27 and 28, because then I could just face straight out and do an off the ground cast and I'd have been right happy. But it weren't to be. I got here nearly 7 hours before high water and those bays were gone. So they're obviously putting more effort in than what I am. So good luck to them. Hope they catch up there, up in my favourite bay, but we'll get in it. It might be January, February or March I get in bay 28, but I shall get in it. Even if there's any eels and rockling about, I'll get in it. They're letting off steam. So this rain can ease up, I'd be quite happy. We'll bring you back in a bit. That bait ain't touched either. It's just nothing out there. It ain't as if I ain't trying. And before anyone says it, there is cod in this river, because I keep seeing pictures everywhere, but it's always on the days I don't come, so it's just one of them things. Right, I've got prawn and black lug on this. We'll get this chucked out, we'll chuck it to the left, and then it'll whip round to the right in about 5 minutes. I've got a nip. Oh dear. Well, I've got my camera in the van, which is really handy, because if you was on the beach now, it'd be just, I don't know if you can imagine what it'd be like, but you're fishing on a beach, sand, water, rain, obviously, cold, and you got a camera out. It's a nightmare, but these things have to be done. But when you're here in the van, you can stick the camera in the van. You might get bits side of the van, but at least you can still see. That's moving quick, that is. I didn't think that would do that. I don't know what that's filming, but it'll do. I tell you, if I didn't have these hand warmers, I'd be absolutely scuppered. Won't be able to fish. Can't believe that. I casted right out at 10 o'clock and it's round to bloody 2 o'clock. I need to watch this rig. That's a bit extreme. It's like 1 o'clock. Yeah, so possibly next time you see me, I'll be on the beach somewhere. Don't know where. Could be the Holderness, could be further, you know. Certainly won't be Norfolk, because there's just nothing there like there ain't nothing at Lincolnshire, is there? I'm sure I'll get shot down in flames, but I've seen the video with Alan Yates, and that was 7 years ago, and he said there's all you catch there is whiting and dabs, and that's all I've ever caught. The odd flounder, you know. It's just infuriating, because I've done quite a few trips there now. I've really put the effort in as much as I can. I could come 2 or 3 times a week, but then I like to film each trip, and I suppose I could sort of like take some footage out of each one and make a video up over so many days, and it'd give me more of a chance to catch a cod, but that ain't how it works. I've always said that I go film my session and that's it. Goes up. When I'm an old man, I can look back at it, can't I? And I remember what I'm thinking about in this wet rain, and feet had started to get a little chilly, but they're still all right. You know, that's what I do. So yeah, if I come 2 or 3 times a week, then you got more chance, haven't you, of catching, because you might hit that tide where the codling had come in. Perhaps they got away on holiday. Perhaps they've already been in, and they've been there when I haven't been there, and now they're buggered off and they're all on the Holderness coast. Perhaps that's the case. But it don't matter, does it? Because at the end of the day, I'm still here. I'm breathing fresh air in. I've had a really nice fishing session, and it's just been tainted a bit by this rain, because it gets wet, doesn't it? And legs are getting wet now. I can't be asked to put me bib and brace on, for the simple reason it'll take me forever with my hip lifting my leg up and getting it in, and then you'll get something wet, won't you? So these are the 2 last baits out. I haven't baited any more up. I've been putting them away. Let's hope we get a bite on this. It would be nice to catch another fish at least. Don't matter what it is. Just leave them out there, because there's no crabs out there. Certainly aren't taking any of the baits away, so we'll see you in a bit. Well, I'm sorry you've been in there for and you keep seeing my tailgate and that. I'm ever so sorry. That's better. Well, I think it is, isn't it? Right. I'm going to get these reeled in. I've probably got another 15 minutes, but I'm froze. It is 3 degrees C, which ain't cold, but my fridge is about 6 degrees, and that means to me it's bloody cold. I've got hand warmers and stuff, but the rain with the slight wind that's coming with it, it's just making it a bit chilly and shivery. So I'm going to pull these in, because I don't really want to jump over the side, because all that's wet now and slippery, and with my hip, I ain't got much movement with my leg. My hip is aching because I haven't put any Voltarol on, which is my own fault, but I've took some cocodamol and some ibuprofen, but it don't really touch it, to be honest. Right, let's get this reeled in, and let's hope there's no fish on it, because otherwise I'm going to have to jump over the side to return them. Oh dear. Well, there was nothing on that one. That was the prawn and lugworm. Not been touched, not even had a bite, not even been nibbled by crabs. So right, well, there was nothing on that either. That was the 3-hook flapper. So I made a conscious decision when I came up into the bay. When I was over there, the last cast over down the bottom, I chucked out a big cod rig with a big cod bait on it, which was squid and black lug, and made the conscious decision that this whole time up here I was fishing both rods for cod or codling, and that didn't work out, did it? So they're not here tonight. They'll probably be here in the early hours of the morning when my mate turn up, probably, because he always catches them, or his mates catch them. And there's other fish being caught as well, I've seen. So there is cod in this river, there is codling in this river. It's just not for me tonight. I have tried, I've had numerous casts, quite a lot of casts. I haven't had the baits out long, fresh scent, good baits, you know, no sharp hooks, but it hasn't happened. If I'd fished one rod for cod or codling and the other one with a 3-hook flapper and kept it in close where the fish are, or out long searching for them, I possibly would have caught some more fish. But I've caught 3, lost 1, landed 2 fish, and both of them were dabs. The one that fell off was a lot bigger than the biggest one that I caught. But that's fishing, isn't it? It's just the way it is. So I've caught 2 dabs, and it hasn't been a wasted trip because I've enjoyed myself. It's been a great night. It's been good weather until this rain's come, but it's just a bit wet. It's not affected me much really. It's just got a little bit chillier. And yeah, the reels have been fantastic. I cleaned them all and oiled them all up because I thought I was going to be using my multipliers, and I did the same with the rods as well, but I'll just have to, I clean them every time anyhow. But yeah, rods and reels have worked perfect. Lighten's been good, I think. It's just been unfortunate there's no codling. I am trying to get a codling. It isn't a case that I'm just saying I'm catching codling and I ain't. I am trying to catch a codling. Let me get this rig. There you go. That's a prawn. You can see the hook there. That's the hook. It's proud, sharp. I've got a hook in the top which is proud and sharp. This of it's come off, but that's all. But it's still there fishing. It's on a short pennel pulley, which I've been told is fantastic for this river, and I've seen it in action. It works really well. Short snood so that when they get it, bang, they're on it. very sharp hooks, but it's not happened tonight. So the water's left the front of the sea defence now as well, so now would be the time to jump over the side, set a rod up down the bottom and start fishing again, because the river fishes well on the way out, but it's cold. I might get wet if I don't put my salopettes on or my bib and brace, so and I ain't doing that because I'm having a bit of trouble with it tonight, but only tonight. It's not a case I get it all the time. Well, I do, but in varying degrees. So thanks for watching if you've got this far. Yes, appreciated. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to everyone that's subscribed, old and new. It means a lot. It really does, and it is appreciated. Leave a comment. I always answer the comments. Sometimes it might be a day or a couple of days, might be 6 weeks if I miss the comment, but I do answer all comments. And leave a thumbs up, ring that bell for notifications, because I may go live, but then again I may not. But if I do, you'll know. You'll know when it happens, won't you? Because you'll get notified. Bloody frozen, absolutely frozen. The hands are all right because of these hand warmers, but of course if you didn't have an hand warmer, or if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to fish, I don't think. The days when I was young and could put up the cold when your hands are turning blue are gone. But yeah, so anyhow, Tom will have to cut some of it out, but, well, not cut it out, but he'll have to lose the gaps. Anyhow, thanks for watching. What am I going to say? See, now I've lost all thought. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm feeling my feet and thinking, are they getting colder? Are my legs getting wet? Hands are all right. Is my toe getting cold? You know, because I've got these abnormal toes. Yeah, anyhow, this is the end of it. Thanks for watching. And yeah, next time you see me, I think it'll be on the beach. I don't know where on the beach, but it'll be on the beach, because I need to get my multipliers out and off-ground casts. So I'll give it a good shot here for the river for cod and codling. I think I need to have a breakaway and then come back rejuvenated, even though I've been rejuvenated tonight, really, to be honest. I've enjoyed it. We'll just see what happens. Next time you see me, will I be on the beach or will I be on the river? Time will tell, and you will see in the next video. See you later. Bye.
Haha.